Il sera en demi-finale de l'UFC Vancouver. Énorme combat pour Mike Proper Malott contre Kevin Holland. Mike, how are things going so far? Team Canada reunited once again for another event here in Canada. Almost the same squad as Montreal, and it was a great night for a Canadian there. You expect more of the same this week in Vancouver?
Yeah, very excited. It's been a great week, and yeah, it's always nice getting the team back together, getting the band back together, so to speak. You know, we're kind of only missing Marc-Andre Barrio, but
right.
Yeah, it's cool to see all the guys. You know, you get in the hotel lobby and everyone's in there like on the first day back, seeing the Jourdain brothers and stuff, and seeing Eamon. It's cool, man. Just it's a nice vibe together.
Yeah, is the vibe helpful in a week like that? Because you all had success not that long ago, and just everybody's in good spirits, I guess. So does it help to go through the last few days before the event and give confidence for the actual fight on Saturday?
I love it. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, it's your own journey and it's your own fight. You're the only one that's in there. But I like feeding off that energy, and Jazz Davicius is a teammate of mine and a close friend, and you know, we were in the practice room together every day. Obviously, she's not one of my training partners, but like, you know, we're in there and, you know, seeing each other every day and high-fiving on the way in and way out, like, all right, you know, 3 weeks to go, 2 weeks to go, we're flying out tomorrow. Like, it's cool to have that energy, and we kind of stacked our training sessions yesterday back to back, so you know, some of our coaches overlap, but you know, the rest of her coaches were there just hanging out watching me train. And then we've got another friend, Zach Powell, who fights tomorrow night in BFL. He's in town, so he's cutting weight and he's working out, and he brought his training partners and coaches with him. So we're all in there hanging out for the workouts. It's nice to just have our small army on fight week.
If I may, because we just spoke to Jasmine before talking about your fight specifically, but she has a huge challenge in front of her in Manon Fiorot. She could earn a title shot with a win Saturday. So what do you think she will have to do to keep rolling and keep getting racking those wins, and maybe the toughest fight of her career so far?
I mean, yeah, when she wins this fight, I'm sure she's getting a title shot. You know. Man, Jazz has been looking so good in the practice room. Obviously, when I'm in there, I'm focused on myself, and every once in a while, I get to see her work when I'm taking a break or I'm off that day or something like that, or my session was a bit earlier. But man, she looks so good. I don't think the recipe for success in this fight's any secret. You know, Jazz has dominated women on the ground, and no one's really been able to have an answer for that. And her opponent seems to be much more of a striker, so it does seem to be more of a striker versus grappler type match. But man, Jazz is a killer, so I'm very confident in her. I'm really proud of her, and super happy for her to go out there and shine like she always does, and continue to climb the ranks and chase her dreams.
You yourself also has a big challenge in front of you. You want to keep going as well, and a very, very interesting fight against Kevin Holland, co-main event as well. How motivating is it to be that high on the card?
It's awesome, man. Again, tough fight in front of me, but I've only fought tough guys throughout my career, and you know, I've said this before, I keep doing my job right. Every fighter I fight is going to be the toughest guy I've ever fought moving forward for the rest of my career, right? So this is completely expected. As far as co-main event goes, it's awesome, man. I feel so blessed. Like, the reason I'm in this sport is because I've been a fan of the sport since I was a little kid. So just the idea in my head of being able to tell, like, you know, the 13-year-old version of me, like, dude, we're co-main event in Canada. Like, how cool is this? Like, it you know, just fills me with gratitude, and yeah, that positive vibe is great going into a fight, and that positive vibe's great to push you through those tough sessions. And just remember, like, look, man, the stuff you've been doing is working. Keep doing it. We're always refining. We're always modifying things a little bit, just getting a little bit sharper, flying a little bit straighter. But man, feel the best I've ever felt. Feel the sharpest I've ever felt. I'm ready to put on the best performance of my career to date.
Place in the top 15 is up for grabs because Kevin Holland is ranked. You, I think it was last year against Neil Magny. He was ranked 13. It didn't go your way. He had a huge comeback in this fight. I know you said afterward that you corrected some of the things in that fight, but can you the lesson learned in that Neil Magny fight going into the Kevin Holland fight? a place in the top 15. So what can you grab from that experience and you can apply this week in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, especially right after a fight like that, where I had a big opportunity and I was doing so well, and the fight slipped away from me, is emotionally kind of devastating at the time. But the further you get away from it, the more emotionally disconnected you become from that result, and the more you genuinely become grateful for that experience. Like, the amount of things that I've learned from that outcome have put me on such a straighter path to growth, and I feel so much better because of the things that I've learned from that fight. And every training camp since then, I'm like, oh, this is something I should have done, or like, oh, this is something I wasn't doing then, and okay, we're going to correct that moving forward. And my last two performances I've been really happy with. One in going the distance in a fight that was after the fight that I came up short in the third round. So just proving to myself and to the fans and everyone, like, hey, I went 3 rounds, no problem. The third round was probably my best round. And then the next fight, coming out and knocking out a really dangerous striker, and kind of honestly felt like I was outclassing him in that fight. I was really happy with that performance, and it's just continuing to build on those things that are working, and then altering and fixing and tweaking things that I'm like, okay, that's what we were. I was a little bit off in my intention there, or I was a little off in my execution of that. Like, we're gonna, maybe I misspoke there. Maybe my intention was right, but my execution was a little bit off. This is how we're gonna tighten this up, and luckily, I'm very fortunate to have excellent coaches, and I'm not just like a guy in a practice room and coaches are running it and I get like a look for a couple minutes. Like, my coaches are very focused on me, and I get a lot of feedback on, physical performance, how I'm performing, how I'm looking, my strategies, all these things. So I'm getting a lot of feedback, and I feel like that stuff is just compounding, and because of that, I just feel so confident and prepared for this fight.
Did you see Kevin Holland? He had an interview, I think it was with MMA Junkie, I think, and he said that he didn't even know he was facing you. I think he was mistaking you with another fighter, Jake Matthews, and he didn't realize that he was facing Mike Malott in Canada. I don't know what. Did you see it?
No, somebody. Okay. They told me about it in another interview.
But I mean, is it something you can? Because you're a very emotional fighter. We all saw that with the Charles Radke performance when there was this all rivalry, U.S. Canada and stuff. So I don't. Is it something, disrespect, if I may, that you can feed off, or?
No, I don't care. That doesn't affect my preparation at all. Like, nothing. What he's saying doesn't change. Like, what I bring to the fight doesn't change the preparation I had, and that's where the confidence comes from. Right. I am an emotional guy, but I don't feel like I fight emotionally. I feel like afterwards, I feel like in there I'm pretty cold and calm and calculated and really sharp and disciplined. But then after, you're like, all right, I get to just like release this build-up that's been building up for the last few months, and that's always an amazing feeling, and that always feels great. But no, yeah, if that's true that he didn't know he was fighting, that's strange. And if he's and if he's saying it to just kind of troll, then that's funny as hell.
yeah, maybe that's it. Last thing before I let you go, we all know Kevin Holland. He's fighting like every 3 months or something, and he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Very good on the ground as well. So what will we have to do just to neutralize his strength and come out victorious this Saturday?
I mean, you look at my record, my wins. I've got 12 wins, and you pretty much split them right down the middle. I've got 6 submissions, 5 knockouts, and then that one decision where I outstruck my opponent for 15 straight minutes. So I'm one of the most well-rounded and most dangerous guys in the UFC. If there's a mistake, I'm capitalizing on it. If there's an opening, I'm taking it, and I'm not just waiting for those opportunities to arise. I'm creating them throughout the fight. So again, focus on myself. I feel sharp everywhere. I know no matter where this fight goes, I have the skills to be offensive and be dangerous and hurt my opponent or take my opponent out, and I have the skills and preparation to protect myself at all times. So again, dangerous opponent, lots of respect to him. He's fought a lot of great guys, lots of experience, and a lot of cage time, but I'm the best I've ever been, and I wouldn't want to be in there against me.
Wish you good luck for this fight against Kevin Holland. Can't wait to see it. Quick translation for people in Montreal. Alors voilà les commentaires de Mike Malott qui, il vient de le dire, très confiant, qui a tous les outils nécessaires pour battre le vétéran Kevin Holland, qui est très très bon au sol, a des très belles victoires contre des bons combattants, mais il dit je ne voudrais pas être dans l'octogone contre moi-même parce que je sais que j'ai tous les outils pour l'emporter. Kevin Holland qui est tout un personnage, il a dit dans une entrevue qu'il était... Il pensait pas qu'il affrontait Mike Malott, il pensait qu'il affrontait Jake Matthews. Il dit, regardez, peut-être qu'il disait juste ça pour me niaiser, me troller. Si c'est ça, c'est drôle. Sinon, ben, c'est bizarre, mais il va savoir je suis qui, c'est sûr, à la fin du combat, c'est certain. Du côté de Malott, il a beaucoup de respect. Puis il va pas utiliser ça là, pour se motiver. Et juste la foule de Vancouver, ça va le motiver assez. Il a mis vraiment... C'est un gars très cérébral, hein, vous l'entendez. Il a perdu contre Neil Magny l'an dernier, alors qu'il avait une chance d'entrer dans le top 15. Il a dit là, j'ai énormément appris de ce combat-là. Je sais qu'au 3e round, ma condition n'était pas parfaite. Je n'ai pas exécuté de la bonne façon. Donc, on a vraiment corrigé tout ça. Et je suis confiant que cette malchance-là ne se reproduira pas. Très heureux également de retrouver tous ses coéquipiers de l'équipe canadienne. Presque la même équipe de l'UFC Montréal, sauf Marc-André Barriault, bien sûr, remplacé par Charles Jourdain. Mais c'est bon de voir les frères Jourdain, les deux qui sont à l'UFC maintenant. Également Emen Zahabi, sa coéquipière Jasmine Jasdelicious, qui a tout un combat devant elle. Donc il dit, je pense qu'on va donner tout un spectacle. On a des gros combats. Il est en demi-finale contre Kevin Holland. Un rêve de petit garçon qui se réalise pour Mike Malott. Donc vous ne voudrez pas manquer ce combat. Il pourrait faire son entrée dans le top 15 ce samedi à l'UFC Vancouver. La carte dans son intégralité ce samedi sur les ondes de TVA Sports 2.